There we go. We're live, guys. Sorry about little late start, but a lot to dive into with XRP. We are back. We did a live stream last night. Me and Mark, we both just did that at the same time. A lot of stuff getting here to break down. So somebody's already at us in the comment section. Oh, let me guess, Grayscale, you're late to the punch. We're going to talk about Grayscale, but there are bigger things to talk about, bigger fish to fry too with XRP. The price continues to dwindle, and we are seeing that happen right now. Pretty much an altcoin bleed happening right now across the board, which we'll talk about a little bit just on the greater kind of scale of things. Bitcoin is seeing capital flow in. I think this is a trend that's going to really start to ramp up here as we go into next week. We're expecting to get the ETF, right, guys, on Monday or Tuesday. At least that's what we're hearing. I think a lot of altcoin capital going to slowly rotate into Bitcoin. What does that mean for XRP? Well, I think we're going to see some lower prices before we see some higher prices. But we mentioned last night, Mark, that it's not about short-term XRP targets. It's really about what are some big things that could send XRP to where we think it could go. And yes, some of it has to do with Grayscale. We're going to talk about that. But more than that, some of that has to do with a potential of an XRP ETF and some other things, which we're going to get into. So I'll leave it to you there. We've already got 200 people with us, rocking with us, guys. We're going to break things down. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way in. I know a lot of people have already forgot to do that. Smash the like button, and a lot to dive into. But Mark, I'll toss it over to you. Just kind of quick thoughts here with XRP.
Yeah, just for me, for one, XRP, like these headlines, these breaking news. I mean, is it really going to make you one way or another sell your XRP? I mean, a lot of people have been in XRP before the SEC lawsuit. That was their first crypto, their only crypto, and it's kind of just something they've had from the end of time. But that's a very good point by Stefan. They've missed the last bull run, and it's kind of like you get the Grayscale news. Like, I mean, outside of buying more and trying to time the train up, I mean, are you really affected by any of these headlines? It's something where it's the long play, it's its own category. We talk about that, and you look at XRP. I mean, if you're buying XRP today based on Grayscale news because you want to sell at 75 cents, it's probably the wrong crypto. I mean, yeah, you can take that swing, but that's just how I feel about it.
No, it's great. It's great stuff here. I agree with Stefan here too. It's a very good point. We've been basically strapped since December of 2020, taken off exchanges. I mean, the doors are going to unlock here. And we talked about it a little bit last night, and we'll talk a little bit about that more here today. The fact that, once these big institutional players come in, and they're going to go to Bitcoin first, but they're going to quickly turn their attention to, okay, what else is out there, right? And it's Ethereum, right? I think Ethereum ETFs will be coming. But then what's next? XRP. Yeah, I mean, XRP's right there, and I think we're going to get into it, obviously, the likelihood of an XRP ETF after we got some news about this, guys. So go ahead and hit the like button, guys, if you haven't already. Drop in the comment section below how you're feeling about XRP right now. We want to hear from you guys. Light it up. We'll try to get to as many comments as we can. Let's run this thing up. And again, we want to get a bunch of people in here. Make this a think tank, right? Let's get a bunch of different ideas flowing here. This is what came out. Eleanor Tourette posted this recently. And she said, following a quarterly rebalance, Grayscale has added XRP to its digital large cap fund, which seeks to provide investors with exposure to large cap coverage of the digital asset market. So here's what happened here. Quickly, we'll break this down. I know this news has been surfacing. I covered it already in an earlier video. So did Mark. And Bitcoin, Ethereum, pretty top heavy here with Grayscale, obviously. After that, though, you're getting exposure to Cardano, Solana, Avalanche, and it used to be Polygon Matic. They took out Polygon Matic, insert XRP instead here today, again with the quarterly rebalance. I think this is a big deal. And obviously, you could have made the argument XRP should have been in here already, but there's a reason why they're taking out Polygon, which, by the way, is a really good crypto too, and putting in XRP. They know where the price is at right now. They know the prices are depreciated. What does the smart money always do? They buy at these time frames. They buy on these low areas. They know what's coming. They know the upside potential here. There's a reason why they're doing it now, right? So I don't know if you want to speak to that, Mark, and just this overall news.
Yeah, and it's timing, right? And this isn't an indication. It's been a long time since XRP has been in this Grayscale, in this in this large cap fund that they've had in that portfolio. But it's not just XRP; it's Avalanche, it's Polygon's out, and it's the shuffling. So you look at Polygon Matic, and you're bullish, and you say what you want. You can talk Matic. We can go on for an hour about that, but it's still a testament to, like, you may not be seeing that XRP price action, but it's that Old Testament, follow the whales, follow the money. And eventually one of those wallets, one of those numbers is Grayscale. And you're going to be able to follow those transactions and understand why XRP is back. And it's something where, yeah, XRP, Avalanche, they're both down. They're both down in price today. They're lagging, but it's not necessarily like we're talking about right now. This is for the future. So it's something definitely you have to follow the money, and that's where Grayscale is definitely tipping the hand. So whether they know something or not, it's still a tipping of their hand, in XRP's direction.
100%. I want to address what DCA Jake said. And somebody said yesterday's news. Yes, a little bit, but a lot of people haven't heard this yet, Joe. And we're going to extend this into some other things as well. But this is something I've talked about in videos before, Mark. This is a chosen gem. I believe the SEC going after XRP was planned and suppressed purposely. I tend to agree with this. I think the SEC looked at this and said, wow, this technology is insane. It's way better than the SWIFT system that we're currently using. It's archaic, it's old, it's outdated, it's not as fast, it's not as good in every single way. However, we don't have control of this Ripple XRP thing yet, right? So let's get them in a pickle, let's get them in a bind, and let's drag this thing out and drag them through the mud and see how long they'll roll with us. Ripple and Garlinghouse answered back by saying, yeah, we'll spend over $200 million in the courts. We'll fight our good fight for the people, and eventually we'll win. And that's what's played out here. I think you're right, DCA Jake. I think exactly this. They have been suppressed purposely, but now it can no longer be denied. There's no doubt about it. We are here, and the retail side has already won. Now we're waiting for April to see if we can win on the institutional side as well. Eventually, they're going to have to cave to what Ripple brings to the table.
Yeah, and kind of for all you guys out there, maybe conspiracy theorists, this litigation, the regulation ongoing. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the institutional side of the game. I mean, were they hedging their bets in case the SEC won? And that's a little bit of the manipulation that could occur. And kind of why we're seeing this, in the manner we are right now. And it's kind of evident, I think, too, if you look at exactly those largest holdings within this Grayscale large cap fund, the GDLC, that composition of what actually is in that fund, I think speaks volumes to where we are right now in terms of Bitcoin's running. Yeah, but it's more so look at the top three guys. And I hate to, toot my own horn, but it's just a coincidence that my holdings are aligned with this fund, and three of the top holdings within the fund, outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, is Solana, Cardano, and XRP. And so it's just, this isn't like we're reinventing the wheel and, coming up with this whole new crypto strategy. I think it's tried and true, and it's something where, something as big as Grayscale, I mean, they're aligned. They're aligned with, I think, what the sentiment is from the retail side. It's just they're all in. They're betting big right now, and it's something where we haven't really tipped the scale. I mean, Bitcoin's not even over 50K. We're not even close to even near all-time highs, relatively speaking. And with the exception of a few other altcoins, it's so early.
So AVAX and XRP both added to the fund as of 2 days ago. And if you guys are just popping in, you're like, wait a minute, this is old news. I figured this out. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot to break down. We wanted to start with this because a lot of people haven't seen this yet. But we want to extend this into a Bitcoin ETF conversation, rather an XRP ETF conversation, and even more than that. I do want to revisit some of the things that we talked about last night that Eleanor put out there regarding the buybacks. We'll come over to that. I know people are interested in that. Don't let me forget about that, Mark. But if you guys will smash the like button if you haven't already, definitely helps us out. Drop your thoughts as we're going through here. Push us up in the algorithm. Let's get more people in the XRP army. We want to hear from them. We want to see them here on the stream. So AVAX and
How many
XRP.
people? How many people do we have in the chat?
We've got a little over 300 people right now. 315.
Nice.
You should be able to see
So
it at the top.
something big for YouTube, and it really works with the XRP army, guys. If you guys watch my videos, you're well aware. Drop those X's down below in the comments. Just get that comments box fired up. You got to put the X for the army, and we could have a huge live stream right here this afternoon. So
I love it. I love it. Yeah. So AVAX and XRP in, Matic out. So here's what's going on right now. The fund consists now of 69% BTC. It's a good number. 22% Ethereum, about 3.65% Solana, 2.54% XRP, 1.62% ADA, and 1.14% AVAX. So after Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP comes in there. And there could be rebalancing and reshuffling of this. But I think you're going to have a lot of similar looking products like this, Mark, after the Bitcoin ETF is all done with. I think you're going to start to see a lot of funds look like this. All right, cool. Bitcoin exposure. We got it. What's next? Right. And you're going to start looking at probably a top heavy XRP ETF, something that maybe looks like, hey, 69, 70% XRP here, 10% XLM, 4% Quant, 5% HBAR, some of these institutional type cryptos. That makes perfect sense as a basket of stocks that kind of align with the institutional bank type currencies. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think we talked about it I remember that phone call we talked about, and I started dealing with a lot of people in crypto that actually work more on the corporate side of things. So like not necessarily institutions, not invest in the investing side of the game, but like if you ever go to a crypto convention, you see all those tables and booths set up, and those companies, the back, like the what do you call them? Just the subsidiaries, the sectors, whether it be in banking, real estate, just innovation, just these small startup companies. A lot of these people are being consulted. A lot of them have their thoughts, and there is a ton of stuff going on, more than what we see and hear about on CNBC, Fox Business, MSNBC, whatever you want to call it, on any crypto outlet on the internet. The Bitcoin ETF is from all accounts going to be a lot bigger in terms of tipping the scale for crypto than I think any of us here in the chat, any of us talking, actually fully can comprehend. So when you see Grayscale load this up, and maybe this video is not the breaking right here when we got the first word of it, but this is more of the interpretation. This is more of the what has developed in those 24, 48 hours, so on. What is happening now? And we're putting it all together because it's digested. There wasn't a pump. There wasn't a huge crash. It's just what we got. So we're going to hear talk about what this actually means, because like I said, guys, if the Bitcoin ETF goes exactly how it's planned, the XRP ETF is next. And this is going to be something, whether good or bad for crypto, it's going to be a lot bigger than any of us here can imagine.
I agree. And Shannon is saying this is shocking the hell out of me now. Being facetious. That's funny, Shannon, but this is what we wanted to get into. All right. So be careful what you wish for. So rumors, XRP ETF will launch this year after Grayscale adding XRP to their holdings. This is coming from Jack the Rippler. Of course, he's a huge XRP bull. Okay. So we had the Grayscale news. I know some of you who watch things like a hawk, it's a little bit late. Some people just learned about it the first time, but this is new coming out this morning. XRP new all-time high this year. Fingers crossed, we'll see. But now all the rumors are swirling that XRP ETF could launch later this year. It'll be interesting to see how quickly the Ethereum ETF launches, or if it does, after Bitcoin. If America is anything like Canada, Ethereum took about 2 weeks later. Okay. I don't know what that looks like with the SEC, though. Things are a little bit different here in the United States. We've seen that Bitcoin has basically been deemed a commodity, and everything else is up in the air right now, right? Even the SEC agrees that Bitcoin is a commodity. However, if there's one crypto outside of Bitcoin in the United States that has any sort of clarity, it would actually be XRP over Ethereum, considering their win back in July. So maybe, just maybe, an XRP ETF could actually come before an Ethereum ETF. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility in the United States. We're not hearing anything about an Ethereum ETF. Nothing, right? I think the ball's still up in the air there. I think the SEC doesn't know what to do with Ethereum, what to do with Cardano, what to do with Avalanche, what to do with Solana. I think XRP is next in terms of getting an ETF in the United States after Bitcoin. Am I crazy to say that? What do you think?
Well, that's kind of opening Pandora's box. And it kind of, I think, goes to our, I can't believe we just talked about it last night, but the way that things have worked within the ETH ballpark, right? And it's just, that's where the regulation comes in. It's where you have a lot of bigger issues, I think, way things are conducted on the Ethereum side of the game, where you look into what that means. And we've talked about it, we joked about it. Ethereum gets an ETF. Why can't we have the meme coin ETFs? Why can't we have, we could get really twisted going down that rabbit hole, and then we get in that whole security, and then it becomes a Wall Street thing. And that's where we talk about, are these ETFs actually even good for crypto, right? We want the adoption, we want the volume, we want the inflows from the institutional side, but that's kind of what we were praising for the start of the bear. When we had that big fall off, we were getting the bad out of crypto. That was the I guess the optimism of the crypto crash. It was all the bad players are leaving crypto, and we're going to build back better next bull cycle. Well, here we are. All the inmates are rushing back into jail. So it's kind of a mixed feel for me. But Bitcoin, XRP, two different categories, I think, as it relates to the ETF game. So I think they're going to be in their own class, especially when it gets targeted, because it is coming. It is coming. I really, truly feel that.
Yeah, I think XRP outside of Bitcoin has the most clarity in the United States. Now, you could say something different outside the United States. It could be very, very different because a lot of people have ETFs for Ethereum already. I mean, those are already done. But in the United States, we've seen what's happened. What came out in the Hinman documents was very, very interesting, right? They purposely went after XRP, and everything was the same with XRP and Ethereum as it was designed. They purposely went after XRP, and as Mr. Na Adna says, in my opinion, XRP is being suppressed until 2025. Financial institutions have until then to finalize on backed digital assets. XRP is a long-term investment, 100%. They went after XRP and left Ethereum alone, just left them alone. And why? Why? Because XRP was a threat. XRP is a threat. XRP is a much bigger deal in terms of where it hits home. XRP is a direct hit to institutions, banks, right? The most powerful people in the United States. And banks know that XRP's technology is better. They haven't figured out a way to adopt it yet. They haven't figured out a way to control it yet. I don't know if they ever will be able to control it. Gamers said XRP was number 2 last bull run. Well, not last bull run, but 2 bull runs before, right? Back in 2017, right? I'm walking away with ETH, BTC, and XRP are typical slow adoption rate assets. Yeah, you're right. Back in 2017, XRP was bigger than Ethereum. XRP was the dominant asset in 2017, actually outperformed Bitcoin for a large portion of that bull run. Judge BB said, hey, just got out of work. What's happening? We're covering the Grayscale rebalancing, putting XRP in it, the likelihood of what's going on here with rumors with XRP ETF, how that could actually happen before an Ethereum ETF happens in the United States, how it's not that far-fetched. We're talking about it from a couple different angles there, Judge. So welcome into the stream. That goes for everybody here. We got really close to 400 people here with us, guys. If you guys haven't put X's in the chat, if you haven't hit the like button, let's drive this thing up. Let's drive it higher. Let's get over 400. Let's get more and more people in here. Let's get to 500. I know we can do it. I want to get more voices in here, more people talking.
XRP Army. Yeah, we'll get over 1,000 if we get it fired up.
Yes, and there we go. We're ramping right back up. Look at that. We got 20 more people. There we go. We just breached a 400 mark just like that. It's just that easy. Because this XRP community, you guys know what we can do together. And yeah, I mean, when does legal clarity play its part? Gordon, what do you mean there? I mean, what are you saying? Like, so
the verdict actually taking place, and we see a price response. Is that what you're getting at? Or
I think that's what he's getting at. And my take on
the
retail side's done. That's my take. The retail side's done. Now it's all about institutions. It's about what's going to go on with Garlinghouse and Larson. We're going to learn more about that in April, right? Do you see the SEC winning in any capacity in these next 3-4 months?
Well, we talked about it. I mean, obviously lawyers are going to drag it out till, and what I think is going to happen is it's going to take the new presidential regime to kind of get some better, progress. I would say when this is kind of just a stalemate, if you will, where no one's going to give up their side of the rope, and it's just going to be a tug of war until there's compromise. But we all know how the SEC is; they're just going to choke us out. Now, what we're seeing with taxes, it's something where you look into the future. It's really going to take some I think executive branch Congress kind of action to really kind of say, hey guys, let the boys be boys, or the men be men, I should say, or women for that matter, for all the ladies in the chat. It's just a figure of speech, not being sexist in any shape of the imagination, but it
Better
is
not
what it
be.
is. And you have to, whether you're Republican, Democrat, the way they do it in Florida, and I watched Ron DeSantis, albeit he's not going to win the presidency, but his debate where he said, he very much quoted, "I'm going to let crypto be crypto."
Right.
I think that's kind of what we're shooting for, right? Let us have the XRP ETF. Let us just a little bit of a compromise. We don't need to always take things to court and worry about the legal ramifications. And
Yeah.
it's just take the money laundering, take the human trafficking out, take the the tax evasion principles, and stay away from the CBDC, and we can find a compromise. And I think that's when we'll really have a win with legal clarity, and that's just kind of how I feel about it. I think legal clarity is more of a political topic, and so on about how that all shook out, but it's not so much where we look at XRP in itself. It's the whole state of crypto. I think that needs a clarity. And to Zach's point, XRP, for that matter, is outside of Bitcoin. Like, they have the precedent. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't get sued twice. For the same circumstance. It's
I agree. I
so
agree. I mean, they have more clarity. I mean, we'll just put Bitcoin to the side because it's already looked at as a commodity by the SEC and the
yeah.
CFTC.
It's
Not everybody.
you
It's already
can get in conspircies about that and who's actually
right.
behind it, but that's a
Well,
whole
what's
other.
interesting there is the CFTC, they make money, on commodities. The SEC makes money on securities. They both agree with Bitcoin that it's a commodity for whatever reason, right? Because I think they're just trying to control it, and that's what these ETFs are going to do, and what have you. We can't control that as normal people. All right, that's just is what it is. But after that, there's a lot of uncertainty, except I think with XRP, and these prices, they look, here's the thing. I'll say this about prices, because the minute people start saying, Mark, that, oh my gosh, XRP's falling, what the hell's going on? That's usually the time you got to pay attention and start buying.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of running for the hills, like so many people do when they see these type of candles coming
Well, no,
down.
Zach, didn't you hear XRP is going to zero?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
you hear that? I just woke up today, and my wife told me XRP is going to zero. We got to sell the house. So, um, I don't know if you guys got that memo, but that's what I heard. So
Yeah, it's
buckle up.
crazy. I mean, it's funny because nobody wanted to buy in July when it was going crazy. All it's gonna do is tank back down, right? And it's like, okay, I get it, but I mean, it's that reverse psychology. People don't want to buy when it's bleeding, and do I want to get XRP below 50 cents again? Hell yeah, I'm hoping. Like, part of me, selfishly, wants XRP to come back down here, and I think it could. Right? I think it could, and
Yeah,
I'll be a bigger buyer down here. That's fine. Real
and
quick plug. We haven't done it yet.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, no, that's what's important. Everybody has different investment strategies, and if you're an XRP maxi, this is not the discussion that I'm about to say, but that's a whole different conversation. But it's what you want out of crypto, and that's why I like to group things. Bitcoin, XRP, and a couple other cryptos are in their own category. They separate themselves from the rest of the market and the
Yeah.
rest of the game. So if you're into these things, like, I'm not going to look at my XRP like I'm looking at some of the more mid caps and smaller cap projects, because it's just two different entities. It's two different categories, and I'm going to trade and transact those cryptos completely different. And just singling out XRP, but that's kind of what it goes down to. So, like I said, if you're in XRP, just we want to get it to $1 and then we're out. Like it may not be the best place in crypto for you, but everybody has their own strategies, and nobody has a crystal ball, of course. So.
And Ray, I mean, here's the thing: XRP went up 0.62% in 24 hours. We were killing it. Again, you're being facetious, but what do you want, man? Are you looking for XRP to get to $1 and then you can run for the hills? Like, what's your point here? Like, we're saying basically it's not about what's going on right now. Like, so what? You would feel way better if XRP was at 70 cents, would just sell the whole bag and be done with it? Like, what's your strategy here, right? We don't really care about 56 cents compared to 96 cents. Who cares? Who cares? This is about XRP getting to $5, $10, $15, $20. That's when it's a real conversation. So again, I'm not trying to come at you, Ray, but I'm just giving you kind of some context there. Liam says, just wait until the utility starts. Every institution will use it for cross-border payments. It will be massive in the long run, and it will be the most important crypto of them all. That's the upside potential we're talking about, right? That's why we're saying long term. So real quick, guys, we haven't plugged our channels yet. And really, this is Not Your Father's Capital. There he is right there. Welcome in, everyone. Subscribe over here. Here's the channel. I'll drop it down here, guys. Make sure you guys go show Mark some love over there. He's growing. He's posting every single day. You got some people watching on your live stream over there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Give him a follow, man. We did a live stream. Yeah, man. We had a great live stream.
Let us know. Yeah, let us know the feedback, because it's that time of year where, it's snowy some places around the country, and it's a good time to talk crypto. So if you guys are on board and you want to see more of these live streams, always reach out. We try to answer as many comments as possible, of course.
So follow him on Twitter at NYF Capital on Twitter and over on YouTube. Definitely give him some love, and we got some X's in the chat. Keep the X's coming in. 425 people with us, hanging out live here on a Saturday afternoon. I know we got football coming up. That's why we went when we went, because we got NFL coming up. Drop your favorite NFL team in the chat if you guys want to. Mine's the Browns, easily. Cleveland having an unbelievable.
Shannon's been firing up the chat. He really wants something shocking, so I'm going to give him something shocking. Shannon, Browns win the Super Bowl. All right, there you go. That's your shocking Saturday. So
there you go. Think the federal buyback is true. All right, let's shift our attention over there. You've looked at this a little bit too, Mark. I'm going to go ahead and just pull some things up because I know this news came out. Federal buyback XRP. We should be able to find what we were looking for. I know it was on Crypto Basic. I've already read that one. I want to see if there's another angle here. There's AI's reply. All right, I guess we have to go to this one here. So let's see exactly what happened here. So Fox journalist hints to investigate Federal Reserve XRP 30K buyback proposal. Eleanor Tourette, we've had her on the channel. She's been at the forefront of the XRP versus SEC lawsuit for a while. She disclosed while responding to Digital Asset Investor, which is an XRP community figure, notably Jimmy Vallee, managing director at Valhalla Capital, recently asked former Ethereum advisor Stephen Nerahoff, however you pronounce that, if Tourette showed interest in Nerahoff's expose on Ethereum. Okay. Recall that the former Ethereum advisor surfaced with several allegations surrounding the Ethereum project and its founder, Vitalik, including claims that Buterin and other Ethereum co-founders sabotaged crypto and carried out fraudulent ICOs. Okay, what does this have to do with anything here? Okay, in response, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The Ethereum DAO suffered a hack. We know that back in the day. That was Ethereum Classic. All right. So responding to Digital Asset Investor's latest remarks of the incident, Eleanor Tourette emphasized that her list of stories to investigate this year contains the Ethereum DAO hack, as well as the controversial ETHgate theory. However, Tourette went further to mention that her list also contains the proposal suggesting that the U.S. Federal Reserve could buy back XRP at $30K per token. Interestingly enough, this proposal was presented by Jimmy Vallee in 2021. I can't imagine they wouldn't want the scoop on the DAO being an inside job by the Ethereum Foundation, as you seem to be saying. The DAO hack and ETHgate are on my list of potential fraud stories to look into this year, Eleanor said. Digital Asset Buy, as well as a couple of others, including a $30K per token Federal Reserve, there it is, buyback for an asset that's currently trading at 59 cents. So this is where the rumor was sparked. I think right now it's just a rumor. I think we want kind of more insight into what that means. But what's your initial thoughts on that, Mark? Your initial take?
Well, first off, we need to get, I mean, at first glance, and you saw my reaction, like not knowing that Eleanor, and I was a little bit remiss because this is just crazy to me. It's far-fetched. I
Yep.
mean, you're talking about valuations out of the chart. And there's a lot of some shifty stuff going on with XRP. I mean, people are shooting angles. I mean, we saw the fraudulent ETF that came about, that 14-15% pump that was like very short lived, and everybody bought in. Everybody is so desperate for XRP's price to go up. It's just things like this. So whether this proposal actually gets some wings, it's not going to be 30K per token. I mean, that would be absolutely asinine in my personal opinion. And that's kind of my first reaction, not knowing that you know who she is. So I think honestly, we have to get her on the channel and talk with her firsthand and see exactly what is going on with this. So it's something very much important, I think,
So,
especially for everybody here that wants to know.
literally, as we speak, Mark, I just sent a message to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's hopping
Just
on.
sent.
We'll get her on.
No, like literally, guys, I'm not even gonna. I'll just show you straight up. There it is. So I literally just sent her a message. Thank you for having me. See, we've had her on the channel. Give it another couple of weeks, so we'll have a lot of news to cover. Maybe So we covered the SPF trial, XRP, and stuff like that. So here you go. I just sent this literally right now. All right. What's up? Would love to have you on and discuss XRP again. Dive into the potential 30K buyback. Let me know availability. Would love to have you on soon, maybe early next week. So we'll see what Eleanor says. If you guys want to hear from Eleanor, let us know in chat. We'd love to have her back on, and we can fire this thing back up and continuing to give you guys some live streams. If you guys are enjoying the live streams too, this is back-to-back days. Let us know. We want to hear from you. Trying some things a little bit different. And what a year to be a Browns fan too, man, for sure. What else do we got?
Yeah, I see a couple comments in the chat, and guys, we're putting these articles up, guys, because it needs to be shot down from the sky. These are XRP rumors are very much common in the space, and that's kind of why we do this stuff, is just keep everybody informed, and not so much on the good, the bad, and the ugly, but just what's real, what's true, and what you really need to be listening to right here, right now, because there's a lot of misinformation out. There's a lot of stuff that goes around the internet that's just completely BS, to be honest. And it's kind of it's just keeping it real. Like, we're gonna pull that article up, not saying, "Oh my God, I can't wait till I can sell my XRP token or coin for 30 grand." No, let's keep it real a little bit. So this is completely far fetched and shot down from the sky.
So we'll finish out some of the other stuff they mentioned in the article. I agree with you right now. Until we understand how this even happens, right? It's hearsay right now. It's interesting. Valley had argued that XRP could become the global reserve currency, right? So if this were to happen, okay, this is kind of interesting. Amid the growing national debt, the theory suggests the asset could displace the existing financial system as a whole. I just don't know how we get there, right? Prompting a buyback by major financial institutions and governments such as the Federal Reserve. According to the proposal, these instructions could buy back XRP from retail hands at a minimum rate of $37,500 per token. The theory also placed a maximum XRP rate of 50 grand. Most XRP community members dismissed the proposal as wishful thinking. Notably, Ripple CTO David Schwartz emphasized last February that from all indications, the buyback proposal looks like a scam. So this is coming from David Schwartz, CTO, who very out in the open. We hear a lot from him. And again, I'm not shaming Eleanor in this at all. I mean, this is a rumor that's out there. I think uncovering it is interesting. How about John Deaton, pro XRP lawyer? He distanced himself from this proposal as well, which also aimed to present some compensation for his efforts in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. Following the negative reaction to the theory, the proposal died a natural death. However, Tourette's recent comments have brought it back to the limelight. XRP community figure Erie, who opposed the theory, then gave Tourette the green light to investigate the proposal, revealing her anticipation. The seriousness of the Fox journalist's recent statements is yet to be determined, leaving uncertainty as to whether they reflect a genuine perspective of merely constitute a clapback to ongoing calls and criticism. But again, I would love to have Eleanor back on. She would happily come on, I think, and talk her case here. And again, we did that for a while, talking about some differing opinions that she had with others around the SBF case. So I think it would be really interesting, and it would be great to have her back on, and we'll try to do everything we can to do that here in the near distant future. We'll see if we can have her on next week, as early as next week. So, Mark, what am I missing, man? I just talked a while there. What's on your mind? What else? What else are we missing with XRP, or thoughts or thoughts on just the back half of this kind of breakdown here on this article?
Yeah, I mean, I that's why I brought it up in the first place. It's just so far like in left field. It's just, I mean, not to get into politics again, but yeah, I mean, would we bust out the Xerox machines and start printing money? Sure. I mean, I could, but not at the level at 30,000 with interest and so much that's already with it. That's just crazy. So as a reserve currency, and you know, they're not going to waste time in court if that was truly in the wings. I think so. It's a no story for me. That's just personally where I'm at.
We finally shocked Shannon. So Shannon, I'm so happy you're still here with us, man. We finally got to shock you. Or Shannon,
Yeah.
are you a woman or a guy? I don't know. That could be either one. I don't know. You're missing the shocking part. Okay, all right. Shannon's still here. Pepe and Floki, Casey. This is more of an XRP aim stream, but we could definitely do some streams later down the line, Casey, about Pepe and Floki. Make sure you subscribe to Mark for both of those. He hits on both of those over on his channel. As do I too. So if you guys aren't subscribed right here yet, make sure you guys do so. Links are obviously down below if you're watching on my channel. If you're not watching on Mark's channel, if you just go into YouTube, type Not Your Father's Crypto or Capital, you'll find him and click it right there. There he is. Coming up on 4K subs. He's been posting a ton, but make sure you guys give him a follow over there. He's covering all the top cryptos as well. So I'll drop that link down below again. But yeah, Pepe and Floki, we will definitely cover some of those. Bonk and Sol coins. Bonk has really sold off, but a lot of that capital has went into some other Solana meme coins. I just want to check one of them. Myro. All right, it's come back down a little bit. But all right, let's keep this on task though, Mark. Keep it on XRP. We're at 57 cents right now.
Yeah.
Are you a buyer here? Are you a buyer of XRP at 57 cents? Are you bullish or bearish at this point? Do you think we're going to go lower in the short term? What do you think?
Obviously, not financial advice, obviously, but I'll just tell you guys how I'm playing it. Like my XRP bags are loaded, and I think just the way the market is, and this is going to piggyback off of a lot of your guys' disdain for XRP and how it's a boring crypto. The price action's lagging with what's going on with the market, but it's just doesn't mean I'm not going to buy more XRP. It's just right now it's just not where my capital is going. It's going to be here in a month. It's going to be here in 2 months. And it's kind of just how it works. You have to understand all the news, like you knew this was coming, right? We knew the Bitcoin ETF was priced in. And you know, once that XRP stuff picks up with an XRP ETF, then I'm going to play that rumor mill. But I'm not looking to swing trade XRP. So my bags are loaded. So buying more, I'd rather get into more mid cap, some more like in those cryptos that we like in that 10 to 35 range in market cap that we really see as more growth cryptos. But the capital I have reserved for XRP, that's not being touched. You know, that's just my strategy. So, but yeah, anything under $1 in terms of price predictions and stuff is still profitable, still a good look longer term.
Yeah,
unless you think XRP is going to zero, like everybody in the world. I mean, unless you're one of those people. But
yeah. I mean, we've got one person in chat says XRP going to 3 cents with a smiley face. You know, we'll see. Everybody has their opinions. Speaking of opinions, drop your thoughts. What's your opinion right now on XRP? Yeah. Where do you think XRP is going in the short term? We'll say from here until April. What do you think happens to XRP from here now until April? I really want to hear from you guys. So drop your thoughts. There's over 415 people here with us. I want each and every one of you guys, if you haven't hit the like button, do that real quick. But also give me your thoughts in the comment section. And we'll go through some of these predictions, and I'll give you guys my thoughts too as we roll through. A lot of people chiming in here. Do you think XRP will get to a new all-time high? My bank just released XRP to buy for new crypto. I'm wondering where you're located because XRP is massive in Asia. It's massive in many parts of the Middle East as well. So I'm interested to see where you're located at and what your bank
Now
is.
that's something shocking too. If you want to get into how it actually plays out, I mean, especially right here, we're United States based, so we're kind of blinded. But when you invest in XRP, I had no clue. But this SEC battle was going on with XRP. Only 10% roughly of what Ripple does is in the United States.
Right.
So if XRP would blossom and boom, they don't even need the United States. And there's ways to still do what you got to do and be a part of that wave, but it's more so globally. And that's kind of the thing that people miss is it's truly in its own category. And that's just not to pump up XRP, but it's just kind of where we're at. And, and back to these price predictions and these numbers and decimals and whatnot. When did we buy XRP when the Binance relistment went down? What was that figure?
Say that again.
Was it
again?
Or when XRP was granted the ruling? What was that number? I can't remember the exact number.
Where were we before from a price standpoint?
Yeah. Like what was that before that pump?
So, it was right here, right? So, we could just zoom in here. There's your candle. That's
because
a daily.
That's kind of where I'm at. Where my bags are at right now, I'm buying more. Yeah, that's definitely the day. That's
Well, yeah.
If it gets under 50 cents, that's
Exactly.
kind of where I'm at. That's kind of my okay. Let's get a little bit greedy, but like I'm content where I'm at, and I can get in a little bit more riskier stuff with what because we're in a bull cycle like we're about to enter. You get in if you're around in 2021. I always say in my videos and stuff. The tough part about it is you enter this time period where you literally could throw darts. It gets so crazy. You could just put a blindfold on and just throw an ETH to something, and you're 10x. You could 10x, yeah. And it's hard to miss. It's actually if you miss, you get upset not because you're losing money, but because it's like, oh man, like it's like you're shooting fish in a barrel at times, and that's kind of where I'm at. It's like XRP necessarily isn't that crypto where you want to put the majority of your capital, but if I had an endless supply of assets, then 100% I'm buying XRP. I'm diversifying with XRP 100%, but it's something where we're in just a different time right now, and it's something where it's going to be here, I think, in quite some time. But if you want to go a step further and say if XRP went up 100% tomorrow, would that shock me? Would that be shocking? I would say no. And that's something that's just kind of how I feel. I don't even think Shannon would be shocked. So
Travis says, I think we're going lower. What's up, Travis? Looking forward to meeting you out in Clearwater, Florida, by the way. If you guys are interested in coming out to a little mini crypto event, we're going to be out there in Clearwater coming up later this month. It would be awesome to meet up with you guys. I'll quickly plug that. I should be able to find it in my media here. There it is. Right there. So we're going to be over here in Clearwater, Florida. This is public access on January 26th, 9 a.m. to 5. Would love to meet up with you, maybe talk shop a little bit. It'd be great to meet anybody who's coming out there. My buddy of mine invited me out there to be a little speaker at this event. We're trying to bring more businesses from Web 2 to Web 3. We'd love to have you out there in Clearwater. So if you're local to the area or you're going to be in Florida at that time, love to see you out there January 26th, 9 to 5. If you guys are interested, just email right here, the One Leg Bandit at Preem Token, or go to www.preemtoken.com. That's my buddy who runs that project over there. This is not specific to that project, by the way. This is more of a macro event. So would love to see you guys out there. But where the hell was I? We were taking a look at the charts. So a lot of people keep your opinions rolling in. Steven says, war coming with China. It'll go lower. This is one of those things you just can't predict. Let's hope that doesn't happen, right? But it is a weird time in the world for sure. It feels as if everything's on edge, which makes a lot of people sit on the sidelines when it comes to investing. There's no doubt about it, especially when it comes to risky assets like crypto. I'm doing a little bit of that. I'm not trading as much as I would be if we weren't in this economic situation or this tension that we're experiencing. But I'm also not completely sitting on the sidelines. I'm taking advantage of where I can in the markets. To Mark's earlier point, it might not just be with XRP right now. Maybe it's just more of the short-term swing trades out there. No government will drop a currency they control for one they can't control. It's just not happening, SD said. XRP could very well be used as a transfer medium, however, that could drive the price to five figures. Interesting angle there for sure from SD. I'll buy XRP between 5 and 10 cents, otherwise not worth the risk. Okay. Where the hell is the breaking news you pulled one over? Wow. Well, Shannon, you're still here, so who's winning? Jim, just like Bitcoin can hit millions, why can't XRP hit 30K? XRP can do what Bitcoin can on top of revolutionized cross border payments. Only XRP can. So it's a gem. Believe Bitcoin has no real use case. Interesting angle. And you'll hear this a lot from people in the XRP community, right? XRP can do what Bitcoin did. Isaac's got a super chat. I forgot to get to that $10 super chat. Isaac, appreciate you, man. Hi, guys. Can you talk a little about XRP and BRICS connections? Yeah, this is interesting too. Many theories out there, and I'd love to learn more about the connection. Also, if you could touch base on ISO 2022 plays, thanks a lot. Isaac, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, we could break it down. Mark, do you want to start with BRICS? Obviously, BRICS kind of going against the grain, getting away from the dollar. They're said to be kind of more prone to use XRP. What are your initial thoughts? And I'll pull up some supplemental things for us, and we'll dive into this.
Honestly, it's something where I truly, it's not so much where that relationship is something where it's more of that collaboration. I think that we haven't seen, and I think it's you see how everybody shows the interest that you can have within blockchain and whatnot, but it's not. It's more so how they could be that dominant bridge currency, and I think that's the connection that we're looking for. But more so, it's those nations that are represented. I don't know. I don't know if it's not necessarily a good thing, a bad thing. It's because like we saw what happened when Venezuela, right, is with Bitcoin, right? Is it, or I'm sorry, El Salvador? Is it something where that has had a positive response? I don't think we're there yet. I guess I should say. When you really
Well,
want to merge the two, I don't think it's. I don't think this is what we need to be focusing on right now. It's just going to separate, I think, from the true narrative within that collaboration. So,
yeah, no, it's interesting and
and
it's tough
I think it's
because,
in left field personally, but
well, it's also tough because we're both from the United States, right? So we're
yeah,
kind of caught between uh, what's the phrase? A blank and a blank. We're in the crosshairs of some shit here, right? For lack of better words. But yeah, I mean, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. It's no surprise they're trying to get away from the U.S. dollar. It's been announced. It's been out there. It is what it is. I mean, I don't think this is necessarily bad for the U.S. dollar either. I mean, the U.S. dollar is still going to be strong, but I think BRICS has made a point that they're going to say, "Hey, we're going to do our own thing over here." With that being said, they've been more prone to be linked to using the XRPL ledger, XRP ledger, right? So it says here their alliance represents a concerted effort to establish a platform for economic cooperation and strategic dialogue among its members nations. So, moreover, the years, BRICS evolved from an acronym into a collaborative force, and they have emphasized key principles like respect for sovereignty, non-interference in internet internal affairs of member states, what have you. And within the realm of these documents, a unique convergence with blockchain tech, particularly Ripple's XRPL, becomes apparent. The mention there within BRICS documents reflects an acknowledgement of the potential of blockchain technology to help reshape the global financial landscape. So, yeah, there's definitely a connection there, Isaac. It is a big deal for XRP as a whole. It adds more to that use case, right? Certainly. And in terms of ISO 2022 plays, these are compliant cryptos. XRP is listed as one of those. There are a full list of them. HBAR is one of them. Quant.
and
List of ISO 2022. Yep. Go ahead, Mark.
the other thing is too, guys, that we're kind of biased, if you will. I mean, like you said, we're both from the United States. We want to see
Right.
the U.S. dollar dominate. I mean, I'm sorry, that's just how it is. So, like, I kind of have trouble with the whole BRICS thing because BRICS, I'm sorry, and XRP is not going to be a global reserve currency, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. It's used for payment settling, and that's just kind of how I feel about it. So when we talk about BRICS, it's more so just to hurt the dollar, and this is kind of like, I guess, maybe my patriotism coming into the forefront, but I don't want to see the BRICS nations getting the dollar weaker by taking advantage of XRP. We can use XRP as an intermediate as a settle currency and whatnot, but the ledger and whatnot it's going to pay with a native currency, and I don't want to see that become the reserve, where it hurts the dollar, and that's like the whole, then we turn into maxis and we want to kill fiat and end fiat, and that's a whole nother discussion. But that's why I don't think right here we're in the right climate or time period or era within crypto to be talking about any of this personally. It's just a whole nother conversation within crypto.
No, I agree. And Isaac, thank you so much for the question. Just to kind of put a bow on this. And by the way, super chats are always welcome, guys. Obviously, we're here just because of you all. I mean, if you guys are willing and wanting to donate, that's phenomenal. We really appreciate it. It helps, keep these things going, and obviously motivates us to keep doing them and things like that. You don't have to, but Isaac, we really appreciate it. Yeah, XRP, Quant, Algorand, Stellar, HBAR, IOTA, XDC, some of the top compliant cryptos in 2023. So yeah, if we can kind of dive into that, maybe we do a live stream where we dive into some of these, even deeper. But basically, this is like industry standard. They've gained significant importance in the financial industry. These are cryptos for the suits, right? As the unified messaging standard for electronic data exchange between financial institutions. That's why you see XRP up there. While initially developed for traditional finance transactions, the standard has now expanded to include the world of crypto as well. This brings standardization and interoperability, the idea of blockchain from blockchain, communicating between the two or three or four or whatever, to the crypto space, ensuring smoother communication between platforms and participants. So there you go. That's just a little bit of a highlight there. Tori, thanks so much for the $2 donation as well. Tori's been with me on this channel for forever, man. So shout out to you, Tori. I know you're always very, very knowledgeable too in the space. So appreciate you, man. All right, so let's see here. What else do we got, Mark? I know we're way behind in chat. I should probably see where the heck we're at there. Let me kind of
100%. But yeah, that's another thing too, is I kind of get the feel from the comments too. I've been reading some of the comments, and we get in this territory, and it goes to my point about XRP is in its own category. A lot of people are getting up in arms, I think, a little bit about XRP, and there's it's unsettling. It's truly a different crypto. We're not, it's hard to talk. The only thing I think with XRP and Bitcoin maxis is a little bit of altcoin involvement with XRP holders, right? You kind of have both, but there is definitely a maxi element within Ripple and XRP in that thought process, and it's appreciated. But there's only so much we can do. It's kind of out of our hands in the swing of things. But the future is, like I say, guys, it's not a 1-year play for me. So it is bright in my personal opinion. But this isn't meant to be talking about lunacy in these articles that are lunacy. Like, there's only so much we can talk about. We're just going to address the news as we get it and break it all down for you guys and give you our perspectives. So,
100%. And
appreciate the comments, but there's only so much we can do and speak on where it becomes, we're not the loony bin too. You know what I mean?
Well, we're in crypto. We're in the loony bin. Yeah, I mean, let's just call it what it is. We're part of the loony bin, but we don't want to be in the loony bin. But yeah, Thomas says there's speculation on the Fed $30,000 buyback of XRP. What do you guys think? So Thomas and everybody else out there who's listening, who's just popping in, if you haven't been here very long, we've covered a lot of ground. So make sure you go back and watch this entire stream from start to finish, because we covered that. We covered a lot of big topics surrounding XRP, the Grayscale news, price action, where we think we're going as a whole. So if you're just popping in, stay with us till the end as we kind of close this thing out here in the next 10, 15 minutes. But also, as soon as we're done, go back and watch the entire stream, because this really was jam-packed and really, really good information. I'm trying to catch up If XRP went down 10% tomorrow, would that be shocking? No, not at all.
No,
Just
not
tuned
at all.
in, repeat the XRP news. So Cryptothon, you just heard me say that. I'm going to kind of sift through here, Mark. I know I missed a lot here. Guys, we appreciate it. It's just so hard to kind of keep up with all this,
Yeah.
especially
And there's a big thing I wanted to get into and
yeah.
get your thoughts on that. And it's something I think it's not breaking news, but it's going to keep breaking. And I don't want it to break XRP. So I think we should bring it up is how basically the liquidations, right? How that goes about with the scheduled releases with, and some of that where the whole controversy is Ripple dumping on their holders. And I think that's something I battle with a lot of my XRP content is it's how that's viewed in the space and the community. Are they dumping on their holders? And it's the number one FUD that I get with people talking about XRP on my channel. So as always, guys, if you have anything you want to add to that, drop it in the comments box and how you guys view it. And I have my thoughts, but Zach, if you're aware.
Well, I think they've been really transparent on why they have it set up that way. I mean, Brad Garlinghouse hasn't hid or tried to bury that with. I mean, they've been very open, and I mean, I think it's built into what they've done from day one. I don't necessarily see that as like a breaking point for me. I mean, do you?
No, in the last release, the chart actually went bullish.
Right.
So that's something to note when you have all that shifting and the way I'm happy and comfortable looking at it is it's not like if you're investing in the thought of Ripple and XRP, you have to believe in the purpose in the mission statement and what the end result's going to be. So I take it for what it is, and you got to almost trust them that they're not dumping on their holders, but yet they're just reinvesting in the projects and they're rebuilding. They're trying to bolster their being. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's just like almost like reinvesting into Ripple, and
correct.
That's kind of what I'm looking at. So,
and here's the thing: the Ripple, they've consistently done this. It's not something they just did out of thin air, right? They've consistently utilized the strategy of selling XRP through on-demand liquidity customers and then buying it straight back at strategic points. I think that's what they've done. They believe this method works, right? It helps balance out their net sales by offsetting their gross sales with these buybacks. And it's something they've done from day one. They've had a reason for doing it. They're doing it for the betterment. Now, you can argue if it's a good idea or a bad idea. But where I have a problem is if they were doing this and they were doing it nefariously and they were doing it and then like once people said, wait a minute, what's going on? Well, no, we're not doing that. No, what I mean? They're not hiding anything. They're being out front about it. So I think, from that standpoint, I'm not that overly concerned about it. Right. Again, you can have your arguments. Is it a good thing, bad thing? Do you wish they didn't do it?
It is transparent. I mean, it is transparent. Right. And that's kind of what, these are been done basically since 2017 within the Ripple's escrow system. And that's a way that they've stabilized the XRP market. And that's kind of where we're at. And it's something where I think it needs to be addressed. And I think I shame the media, like just, I know Eleanor in that article, but like the headlines kind of do it. And crypto's volatile as it is. We don't need to inject more volatility, more, paranoia, and people lose more sleep over crypto with headlines such as, Ripple's dumping on, 100 million XRP on their holders. It's just,
right. It's stupid.
That's just not where I'm at. So I like to kind of set, I kind of like to keep it real. So
I agree. And listen, we welcome all different thoughts here on the stream. I know a lot of people kind of bickering a little bit in the comment section. That's good. Let's hash it out.
It's fiery out there.
Let's hear it. I think it's Vest with a silent Y. I'm going to go with that. It's not Garlic House, but it's Garling House. Actually, I wish his last name was Garlic House. That sounds way freaking cooler.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has his opinions and he believes, that it's not a good crypto, and that's fine. I mean, let's bring in people with different opinions. Let's do it. I mean, here you go, JR. XRP's trash. Tokenomics are horrible. Everybody is welcome here on the stream. I love it. This is great. Let's have a dialogue. We don't have enough of this in our world, especially in crypto. People get so tribal and they only hear from their own voices and stuff, let's do it. Let's do it. And a lot of people stay positive. A lot of people like it, what they're doing. I love it. So Germster, I'm late. What's happening with XRP? Go back and watch the entire stream. That's all I got to tell you, man. Go back and watch the entire stream. This has been a great one. We've covered a lot of ground. So insiders hold 50% of the XRP supply, and they are ready to dump on you poor retail when the price goes up. We'll see. We'll see, Crypto Z, right? We'll see. Well, Zach, you didn't post my comment. Daniel, I missed it, man. There's been 1,000 comments here coming in, man. If I missed it, post it again. I'm not purposely not posting it. I'm trying to save you people from losing everything, and that's fine, man. But listen, people are going to have their opinions on whichever cryptos they want to invest in, right? So that's just kind of how it is. Thanks for your previous response. Do we know the list of banks that joined XRP in cross-border payments? Yes, there is a infographic. Let me see if I can find it. Isaac, thanks again for the $5 donation, man. Appreciate you. Banks partnered with Ripple. There is a great graphic. I'm pretty sure I can find it. Here it is. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Here's an interesting angle right here. So this is coming from Amazon Web Services. RippleNet use cases, obviously right here. And here are some financial institutions worldwide. More than 100 financial institutions have joined RippleNet, including some huge ones here. So here's a decent list for you right here. Okay, and then if you go to this 100 financial institutions list, it's not there. Where the heck is it? They must have taken that down. There's another graphic. Let me see here. If I go to images, yeah, here you go. This is a graphic that's been swirling around for a while. A number of financial institutions. Yeah, a lot of financial institutions. I'll drop this link here, and I'll drop a couple more there for you, Isaac, so you can check it out.
Bank of America, obviously a big one.
For sure. PNC is listed on there. But the one from Amazon Web Services, this link here, Santander is huge. Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, big time. So yeah, there's a lot of big names here on this one. I'll drop this link too if you guys are interested in checking that out as well. Okay, let's see what else we got. And here's the thing with Ripple. We mentioned this quite a bit. Ripple doesn't need the United States necessarily to be successful. They would love to be there, and one of their homes are San Francisco, which that place is going to hell in a handbasket. But that's neither here nor there. But they don't need Ripple, or they don't need the United States. I mean, they'd love to have them along for this journey. But what I'm trying to say is Ripple's going to be successful, I think, with or without USA on board. I'd love to see them on board. But if you're looking at it as a strict investment vehicle, I think that's an important point to make. All right, let's see who will. What happened? Tyon, we covered a lot of ground, man. We don't have time to go all the way back. Just watch the entire stream, man. Go back and watch everything. It's been a good one. Always diversify. I think this is a really key point, Steve. 100%. Always diversify. XRP is a holding of mine, but I don't have my whole life savings in it either, right? I mean, so I can stomach some of the volatility because, I'm going to be honest with you guys. XRP is a top 10 holding of mine. It's not a top 5 holding of mine. There you go. Right? So still like it, but I haven't went all the way in. What are you laughing
at? Just your comment a little while back. Because still going over it, man. The SD in the chat just caught it out of the corner of my eye.
Literally shit capital. People shit on the sidewalk. There's human shit everywhere. Literally. This is what they're allowing. San Francisco used to be a nice place, and now human feces.
I actually love San Francisco personally, but
still,
you
like walking down the sidewalks and stepping in shit.
I haven't been there in a few years, but some very good stuff in that city.
A lot can change from 2019 to 2024.
Yeah. So
Sailor. Who? So speaking of Sailor, there's some Sailor scams going on the internet right now, guys. Do not click this shit. It's everywhere. It's terrible. You've probably seen it. There's a bunch of live streams. But yeah, always diversify. Is there going to be a crypto conversation here in Boston that you know of? I don't have anything planned there. I mean, I would love to kind of do like a little thing in all the cities. Maybe me
Like
and
a
Mark can
world
start.
tour.
That'd be sweet. I would love it.
Yeah, we love write-offs, so we can get T-shirts made and go tour the country. So
Yeah.
make it happen. Get enough feedback.
LFG,
So.
yeah. But we will be out in Clearwater coming up January 26th. So come out there and check us out. There it is right here. January 26th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Oh, wait. Wrong thing. There we go. There it is. That's open to the public, January 26th. Come out and check us out. You can have a small bag of XRP, yes, the same way you buy a lottery ticket. Nobody invests their savings in lottery tickets, though. Vess, I think you've made it abundantly clear that you are not a fan of XRP. No matter what, we appreciate you being here, man. Really do. Hopefully, maybe you need a drink, man.
Now,
What
are
are
we
you,
talking?
Vess, what are you invested in? I want to know what you're invested in. What are the people missing? If XRP is not the answer, not the solution, what are all of us, the dumbasses, what are we missing? What are we missing? I'm curious.
I'm missing out on scratch offs. I know that. I'd get to diversify my weights.
There you go. Our W's
Have you guys, not to get in politics, and I love San Francisco for
I love when you say I don't like talking about politics, but then you're going to talk about politics.
Yeah, I can't resist.
He says, I hate talking about politics. Get ready because they're about to talk about politics.
I'll tell you what, I will give a shout out. I got a really big baseball background, and you go out to Alcatraz Island, you do the tour, do it at night if you can get tickets, but you go out and do the tour, and something super cool. They have the home plate where in the jail yard, and it's kind of sweet when you see the city and just all the inmates there, some of the big names, and they used to play baseball, and it's kind of creepy, but it's a cool sight. It's one of the coolest things in the world or United States in terms of American history, I think. So, but anyways, yeah, it's a cool town.
Yeah. No. As you guys know, we're getting ready to close up the stream. You guys can tell we've went off the rails a little bit. This has been a ton of fun. Light up the chat though. Continue this. I think we're going to continue this, man. This is fun. This is even fun for me. I'm having.
And I'll tell you what, these streams keep getting bigger and bigger. So thanks guys for tuning in. Obviously, check out my X YouTube. Links are down below in the description. I appreciate you all that subscribe and follow. Tons of content daily, and we're going to get this bull run started off in the right direction. And we talk a lot more than XRP too. This is just kind of trying to fire up the XRP army, get a lot of feedback from you guys, and it's good to have these discussions for sure.
So follow Not Your Father's Capital over on Twitter. It's at NYF Capital, at NYF Capital. Help my guy out. He's getting almost close to $4,000. He's putting a ton of great content out. Show him some love, guys. He's growing on YouTube. Give him some love over there, and then follow him over on X as well. As we close things out, it looks like the answer is Bitcoin. YVS is, or I'm going to say YVSS. YVSS. The answer is Bitcoin. Hey, man, can't argue that.
Welcome you. Yeah,
can't argue that. That's my biggest holding. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Casper, the top three, and then Cardano and Polygon. There you go.
Yeah. I think we're going to get into that. We kind of went down that rabbit hole last night. We're going to get in. I think we're going to have to do another live where we talk about that ballpark, right? We kind of got into that, that sweet spot. We kind of narrowed it down to for growth, like that 8 to 25, kind of just going down those lists. And I think we really got to dive into those a little deeper, more so than just looking at a list. So I think that might be our next. And because I'm seeing a couple of these pop through that we're starting to see a couple of these that we've been highlighting. Stellar, there was a couple that people were dropping in the chat. So it's something I think we got to have on our radar. But it is cool to keep the same community coming back. And like this XRP, obviously, guys, we see the X's. You guys are fantastic. I mean, I cover XRP a lot, probably in my top 3 of cryptos that I cover on my channel. And I mean, it is unsoundly support. So
love it. Love it. Yeah. So think about that, guys. If you guys have some thoughts, we're going to close out the stream here in just a couple minutes. Before we do, rifle in your thoughts. What do you want to see on live streams? And we'll close it out with that. We'll take some mental notes and even write some things down. We saw some ideas. H bar is up there. We might have to dedicate an H bar stream to an H bar stream. And here's the other thing too, Mark. We could set up these streams a day earlier or whatever, so people know.
Schedule them out. We're gonna have to do that too. Yeah, so it's coming, and because
coming.
guys, like we're real people. We're heavily involved with crypto, but we're still human, and
Yeah.
we're not genies. We're not crystal balls.
No.
But we do like to talk crypto on the regular, and in some forms and fashions, you guys might know more about a certain topic than we do, and that's why these are great. Because if we aren't talking to you guys, no one's talking to us. So that's kind of how it needs to go. And I'd rather get a more full perspective on topics than just shoot into the wind and see what happens. But because we're investors too, we just don't talk about it. We do invest. 100%.
One thing I've learned, Mark, too, is like it's impossible to have it all figured out. Crypto, like it's changing so much. There's so much out there. So like I'm always trying to like broaden my network, meet somebody who knows a lot about this thing or knows a lot about this thing. It's like, yeah, all right, brain dump on me. What do you got on that? And then hopefully I can return the favor and give them something they don't know. That's what it's all about, and that's what we're trying to build with all of you out there too. So it's just a big think tank.
That's a good one by Brett. We might have to get into that. We got into that XLM XRP battle, and that might be a good title to get one going.
Maybe we bring YVS on the channel next time. YVS, do you want to show yourself? That would be cool. We start bringing on some celebrities from the chat today. YVS was definitely a celebrity from the chat. Appreciate you, man.
Takes the belt, yeah, for sure.
Better to have an XRP moonbag in case it rips than be left behind. I think that's a good way to go about it, Edward. Not bad, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. And it's not to say I won't add more.
Awesome post. And here's another question, kind of off crypto a little bit, but not a nothing against you, Edward, because that's a great comment. Really appreciate it. But why does everybody say melt faces in crypto? I've never like heard of anybody getting their faces melt, but it's just like on X, on YouTube. It's just I read it, and everybody's over here melting faces. It's getting. I got to start wearing a mask or something. Jesus criminy.
Yep. Bitcoin equals you figured it all out. The rest is just gambling. I hear you, bro. And YVS, I'm not that different, bro. I'm with you. I buy Bitcoin every day. I don't buy anything else every day. So there you go, bro. But I'm also not a Bitcoin maxi who shuts down all the other doors and misses out on opportunities, right? Because 100%. Otherwise, that window might be open for the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. We don't know. But while the door's open, walk inside and check it out. Make sure you don't miss anything. That's kind of our take on that. Thank you, Zach, for the updates. You're welcome. The like button. I like that name. The like button. Yeah. Smash the like button. Definitely do that on your way out. Going to convert all my Bitcoin and feel good about it. There you go. People laughing, having some fun. This has been a good one, man. Cali's too expensive? Yes, Richard, for sure. 5 versus 5, my crypto versus yours. There's an interesting idea, something like that for next.
I'll write that one down. Kind of like an NBA jam.
Yeah. Yep.
Crypto jam. That might be what we need to do. That's a good idea. Boom.
Look at this. YVS is coming back because he appreciates our tolerance. See, we're open, man. Come on.
It's healthy. It's healthy.
It is.
Competition, steel sharpens steel. That's what we need.
It is. All right, man. All right, we're going to close this thing out. Make sure you guys follow at NYF Capital. You guys can see it right over there. Wait.
Yeah.
There.
Somewhere.
There you go. Right there. He's that there. There he is right there on YouTube, on X. Same thing. I'm right here on X as well. So appreciate you guys as always. We'll be back with another live stream probably sooner rather than later. On your way out, hit the like button for us. So once this thing's posted, it gets out there to more people. If you would, share it with a friend. That'd be great too. Let's get more eyeballs on this. And it was a great one today. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Enjoy the weekend. Thank you, everyone.